Good evening and welcome to the Watertown Civic Arena. My name is Sam Mooney and joining me in the booth is Jeremy Herbolt, and we're here for the basketball game between the Watertown Arrows and the Brandon Valley Lynx.
Lynx, yes. Welcome.
We've got about a minute and 5 seconds left here of the sophomore game before we start counting down to the varsity game. So we got a little longer extenuated pregame here, Jeremy.
Got a barn burner going on here in this game, the sophomore game.
51-49.
With a minute 5 left in the contest.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. It's always good to see the young kids play a little bit.
Absolutely. Looks like the crowd's rolling in. Should have a pretty good crowd hopefully here tonight. Always a good basketball matchup, and you got Brandon Valley here in town. Their varsity, of course, had a great season last year, and going to be another tough test as another game here for the Arrows this evening.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Arrows bounce back after the Mitchell game, and then after going to T and losing to T.
Yep, T, that ended up being 68-56. T area Titans got the win over Watertown. It was a pretty good game for a while. I know you watched it. I checked out a majority of it as well. T, a tough team, and they had a matchup last night where T got beat by O'Gorman from Sioux Falls.
Well, we've got, before we really get into the Lynx and talk about the Arrows, we got a pretty good game going on here right now. 2-point game with just about 40 seconds left. So why don't we talk about this one a little bit, Jeremy, and enjoy this one, huh?
Sounds good. Watertown's trying to get the steal, doubling them up. There you go.
Oh, that's going to lead to a wide open layup, but he misses. Get a foul there underneath. You know that number 2 for Brandon Valley, wrong-handed.
See, there you go again with that.
I'm just saying that there was a foul there that maybe he shouldn't have fouled.
Going with that left-handed thing again. There's a lot of lefties out here.
It's an epidemic.
Well, you remember what I told you, Sam, the last game. They always say if you're left-handed, you're in your right mind.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe it.
I'm left-handed, but I'm right-handed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
We'll see it. 2 clutch free throws here coming up. Who do we got at the line? Number 14 for the Arrows. That's Caden Corey. That is a son of Cam Corey and Sarah Corey.
Second shot coming. 30.4 seconds remaining.
I missed the first one. Was it just short?
I believe so, because it didn't go on the board.
Second one's good.
There you go. Call the timeout.
30 seconds left here in the sophomore game.
This is fun when you have like a sophomore game or a JV contest. When you can have battles like this, it's good for them. And don't always have that in these sort of games, but really pushes them, and they're at home, and both teams really playing well.
Well, and like here for the the JV, they play before the sophomores play, so there's some guys on the JV that play varsity. And if you're the sophomores, like it's a pretty good crowd. You get to play in front of quite a big group of people.
Maybe puts a little pressure on you, something you're maybe not used to, and especially coming down to the wire, you want to make sure you don't make any mistakes.
Speaking of pressure, do you think that the Brandon Valley kids have a lot of pressure wearing those pants down there, the striped red and whites there? You like those?
I like them.
Is that a candy cane?
I would think so. You know what it's reminiscent of, Sam, would be Indiana Hoosiers basketball team.
Sure.
That's kind of their warm-ups of choice, and you see them periodically. I think Mitchell had a variation of that, didn't they, when we had their first game in the warm-up? So pretty cool looking.
You like those, huh?
Yeah. I'm a little flashy.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm more of an old head, like I like just this one solid color.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't like the Yankees, so I mean it's something about pinstripes. I don't dig. But the Phillies wear pinstripes.
True. I do like the Phillies uniform combinations.
Yeah. You like those City Connect ones?
I love those.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a City Connect hat for the Phillies for a long time. Can never find one that fit my gigantic head.
I got one in my car.
Do you?
Yeah. We got one when we went last year.
Those are sweet.
Yeah. I kind of like them.
I like the color combination.
23 going to the line here for the Lynx. That's Ethan Riefenberger. I didn't know there was any Riefenbergers outside of Watertown.
I think there's a lot of Riefenbergers across the state.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He misses the first one. Brandon's still up by 1. A little under 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yes. Here comes shot number 2. Made
All right,
that one.
6 at home.
2 up.
52-50.
What do you do at this point, Sam? Do you go for the 3, try to get the 2?
You know, if you get an open look, you can attack and try to tie it up. But, you know, sophomore game, and there you go. Yep, got a perfect look.
Oh.
Perfect execution.
It hung up on that back of the rim for quite a bit, but fell in.
10 seconds here. 6. Oh, they're going to get a reach and foul.
Hands on the head after that one. Didn't mean to do that. So here you go, putting them at the line. Number 4 for Brandon Valley, which is Ryan Charis, if I'm saying that right.
4.2 seconds left. He needs 1.
Nice shot.
There you go.
We're going to talk about this probably a little bit later, as free throw percentages are always kind of an issue. But it's really tough when you get down to this point of a game.
And second one is short. Arrows are going to get the rebound. Huck it up, young man. Double clutch.
Oh.
All right, so the Arrows dropped the sophomore game 53-52.
He had a shot there.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think Arrows have a bright future.
I think so too, and it looked like that one could have very easily went off the backboard and in, but good contest for both teams there, but Brandon Valley pulling that out by 1, 53-52.
All right, so now that game's over, let's turn our attention and focus to the JV game. Let's recap the Arrows. Let's talk about the Arrows a little bit before we go into Brandon Valley. Arrows coming off of a tough loss to T. They had Mitchell here at home. They lost that one, so we got 2 losses in a row. Won the opener against Brookings, 78-45. What can you tell us about the Arrows as they come in against Brandon Valley tonight?
Well, they're definitely going to want to right the ship. They've coming off 2 losses here. Of course, 2 Mitchell, as we had in our opening game there, and then the T area back on the 21st. So they've had a little break here for the holidays, and and I think that's one thing that you always get a little nervous of. It's the holiday break, and which is kind of nice that they get some time off. But that can also get you kind of out of the swing a bit. They haven't played since the 21st, so now we're on the, the 3rd of January. And, you want to come out firing. You want to get back in that positive situation.
Yeah, so recapping a little bit for the Arrows as far as, the players go. Jackson McClemens, he's been fun.
Yes.
17, almost 18 points per game. Exciting. Had that ridiculous layup at the end of that Mitchell game.
Yes, he did.
Talk to us about Jackson McClemens and his play. Yeah, and here we can see some Jackson McClemens highlights here.
Well, as you can see, he can do it all. He's a big, very tall, but he's got good skill, and he is not scared to shoot the ball. Definitely a good three-point shooter. When he's on, look out, and really brings a little fire and vinegar to the court, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a killer, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's an assassin. Like, there is no problem. He has no problem pulling up and shooting one in your face. And as we can see from that layup, he's got the creativity to drive and finish at the basket.
Yes.
He's kind of his creativity underneath the basket reminds me a little bit of Rodden from last year.
Yeah.
And he's only a junior. So he's going to get better.
Absolutely.
And I think as his game matures, we can see some more of that.
Well, he's 6'4". He's good size, and like you said, I like your description of kind of playing like Rodden did. He really can make some fun things happen, especially as he's driving to the basket. We talk about his three-pointers. His three-point shooting field goal percentage right now is at 25%. Probably not where he wants it to be, but definitely I think if he starts hitting some, that can definitely improve.
Yeah, and for a high school kid, this is his first varsity experience, so that'll improve as the year goes on. I mean, we're only 3 games in.
Yeah.
Another Arrow that we should really talk about and put some attention on is Gabe Norberg.
Yep, Gabe Norberg, another good player, handles the ball really well, plays really good defense. Just a gamer, as I guess you would say. You look at him for three-pointers, he's at 33.3% for three-pointers, and man, he can shoot some far ones, and he makes one. He gets everybody pretty fired up, as you were seeing on the highlights here.
Yeah,
Nice shot.
and the thing with Gabe is, obviously he's a coach's kid.
Yep.
And he's a Legends kid,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you
That
could say Brian's a lot of things. Legend is definitely one of them.
Absolutely.
So I mean, he gets the game. He's got a high basketball IQ, and again, he's not afraid to shoot, just like Jackson's not afraid to shoot. And he's the second leading scorer on the team, is he not?
I believe so, if you have better eyesight than I do here.
Yep, he's averaging just over 11 points a game.
Okay.
And then quietly, Caden Decker's having a nice year.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked a lot about him in the first game. I was really impressed with his, I guess the word I would like to say is grit. He really bared down, played hard, and one of those guys you can count on to really get in there and do what needs to be done. Really good on the offense. I think I was maybe more impressed by his defense as well. Just really good player, and like I said, one you can trust.
Yeah, Caden Decker, I've been a fan of his. I loved watching him play football. I really enjoy watching him play basketball too. He's a dog, like he is. He really is a dog. Like he's just not afraid to do anything.
Yep.
He'll go underneath and get rebounds. He's aggressive on defense. He's got quick hands. He's strong and aggressive, and I really enjoy watching Decker play basketball. Him and his dad Steve, they played basketball on the hardtop, all the time.
Okay.
When Caden was growing up, so
that helps.
And you can see that here, like. Caden's done a nice job, fun to watch.
Well, one thing with Watertown, the season is early on, and they're going to get more familiar with things and better as they get going. Like you kind of said, last year we had a team that is a little different from this year, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to things. And, it doesn't get any easier. Brandon Valley, right now, the 5th-ranked team in Class AA is the opponent. And let's, you want to talk about Brandon Valley a little bit? Last year, runner-up in the state tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about Brandon Valley. Like you said, runner-up in the state tournament last year. They lost to, the powerhouse in Mitchell, and if I remember correctly, they lost by 1.
1 point, yeah.
So pretty solid team. One guy that they're going to be without is going to be Aiden Zur, number 10. He's got, my understanding, he's in a boot, a shin problem. But listen, Aiden Zur, that young man's going to go and pitch college baseball next year at Notre Dame.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I saw a little video on him during the baseball season, and boy, a lot of high hopes for that young man for the future, and already has signed on to play at Notre Dame to pitch.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we won't see hhim tonight.
Well, I'm kind of bummed at, just as a fan, of high school sports, that we're not going to be able to get to see him play tonight. As the Watertown Homer announcer, I'm okay with it. But all joking aside, I do want to wish that young man all the best. Go make South Dakota proud. My understanding is that he is a 10 out of 10 kid.
Yeah.
He's got a 4.0 GPA. Notre Dame's one of those schools that you don't go to Notre Dame to play sports and go to school.
Yeah.
You go to school and play sports.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a Stanford, so like him going to Notre Dame to go pitch, wish him all the best and congratulations to him and his family, and I hope he's very successful.
It's an amazing feat just to be recruited by Notre Dame, much less sign and go play sports for them. So that's pretty cool. One player that they're missing from last year was first-team All-Stater Josh Altoff. He was a 6'8" center, if you remember him. He of course has graduated, but they got a lot of guys back, and they got some pretty good height.
Yeah. So let's talk about the guys that are going to be on the court tonight. Let's start small and go big.
All right.
What can you tell us about Mach Man?
Okay, I watched him a little bit on video, and I tell you what, he looks taller than he is. He's 6'3", but he almost looks like he plays taller. Really good ball handler from what I've seen, and the one thing you're going to mention is that he's left-handed, so he's wrong-handed there. But a really good player, and I've been impressed by what I've seen. Has a nice three-point shot, barely gets off the ground. He's got good arm strength, and there he goes again with another deep three. Yeah,
he's got good wingspan too, so he doesn't need a whole lot of separation in order to make baskets. And you can see him elevate there.
Yep.
He can go inside, he can go outside.
Yep.
And like you said, for listed at 6'3" forward, he handles the ball pretty well. He's going to be a name that we're going to talk about a lot tonight. Another name that we're going to talk about a lot tonight is going to be Landon Delaney.
Yeah.
6'2" senior forward. going to SDSU to play wide receiver.
Yeah, kid's a stud. First of all, let's talk about him for football. He was all-state wide receiver this year, going to go play for the Jackrabbits. And then let's talk about basketball now. Honorable mention last year, all-state as a junior. Watching the game against Brandon Valley where they took on Sioux Falls Jefferson, he had 5 steals in no time, and I think he ended up with more. Very quick hands. As you can see, there's one of them right there. And overall, outstanding player.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you do not go to SDSU and play a skilled position if you are not an athlete.
Absolutely.
I mean, this young man is an athlete. He can do it all. Like you said, he's got quick hands. He shoots. He's a menace defensively, and he's creative underneath.
Yeah, very good. And you young kids that are watching this, the key thing is you don't want to just focus on one sport. Play multiple sports, and that's what he's doing. And I tell you what, one heck of a basketball player.
Yeah, now let's go a little bigger. What can you tell us about 6'5" senior center Grant Hennon?
Grant Hennon, yeah, he's a good size, 6'5", number 40 in your program. He's a senior. I tell you what, I was pretty impressed watching him as well. He's going to be tough down low, and that's one thing that Watertown kind of has an issue with. We don't have the greatest size, and that's one thing we're going to be faced against a bunch this year. And 6'5", that's pretty good size.
So let's talk about it. I mean, it's the elephant in the room every game.
Okay.
If you're Coach McClemens, you understand that we're an undersized team. Mm-hmm. We saw it against Mitchell. We're most likely going to see it tonight against Brandon Valley. How do you coach that?
Play as hard as you possibly can. Try to, especially with the undersized, try not to give up too many of the bunnies underneath. When we watched Mitchell, that was one issue that we were having, was trying to prevent that. They had good skill players down low. We're going to see more of the same here tonight. It's, as the nice way to say it, get your butt into somebody and box them out and keep them off the boards. That's going to be one of the big things when you're dealing with the height advantage for Brandon.
We're about 6.5 minutes away from tip-off here, before the national anthem starting lineups and such. Yep. And so a couple housekeeping notes. Aero TV is brought to you exclusively by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance. So we appreciate their commitment to both Aero TV and to our community. And so with that, we are going to take a quick 30-second timeout here to play, just to give some thanks to Dakota Land, and we'll be back here in about 30 seconds. Okay, so thanks again to Dakota Land and DFS for being the exclusive sponsor of Aero TV. Also, anybody that is watching us at home, in your car, on the road, in your hotel, wherever you're watching us from, feel free to comment in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and and maybe Jeremy will give you a shout out on air.
I sure would do that. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a live look at the girls' game going on at Brandon tonight as well. So let's get ready to tip off.
Aero girls are in Brandon, and they're about ready to tip off, like you said, so we'll pay attention to them. So we're just about 5 minutes away here. Keys to victory if you're the Aeros.
Keys to victory for the Aeros: take care of the ball, don't have too many mistakes, try to get good shots, take care of the ball, as I said, rebound, box out, and don't let it get away from you, because I think this is one of those teams too where if you give them an inch, they can go pretty quickly.
We talked about the size discrepancy between the two teams, and one of the guys for the Aeros that's going to really have to deal with that is Spencer Wenches.
Yeah.
So Spencer, we all know, is an all-world football player.
Absolutely.
Big part of the state championship football team.
He's got to get out there and rough him up a little.
3-year hiatus from playing basketball. Now he's back. He's got a bunch of practices under his belt, and now he's got 3 games under his belt. What's he have to do physically underneath in order to slow down Brandon Valley tonight?
Well, it's a classic adage of, making your position and keeping them where they need to be offensively and defensively. He's got the toughest task probably of the night, is trying to control that. The good thing is, he's 3 games into it now. You hate to say basketball's kind of like riding a bike, but it kind of is.
Sure,
so even though you haven't maybe played for 3 years, you're going to be back at it, and he's got the practices under his belt in a few games, so it doesn't take long to get back in that swing. And I think we'll see a good performance by Spencer here tonight.
So you said keys for victory for Watertown is to control the
Mhm.
ball, limit the turnovers. Obviously they got to shoot well,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely.
I mean, this team is spends a lot of time beyond the arc.
They do.
So they're going to have to execute behind the arc in order to stand a chance
And
here.
as we said, with the 3-point percentages of some of them not that high, but that will change. The one thing that I kind of wanted to point out as well before we talked about it was free throw shooting. That's been kind of a struggle when we look at even our opponents for Watertown this year. Our opponents are shooting for free throws 56.9%. And we look at Watertown for free throw percentage is only at 57.9% as well. So we're not even 60% for free throws, us and our opponents as well. And some of the old school guys are going to say, that's probably not good.
yeah, definitely some room for improvement there. Andrew Turback says, Big Jer and Super Mooney, big fan of both of you. Go Arrows. Appreciate Turback.
Hey, thank you, Andy. Appreciate you.
Gentleman and a scholar.
Yep.
Okay, so keys to victory if you are Brandon Valley. What do you got to do to come into Watertown and beat the Arrows?
I'll say this. If you're Brandon Valley, you're the Lynx coming in here. You're having a good season. You're coming off a big win over St. George, Tennessee at the Hoop City Classic in Mitchell, which is a good thing for them. I think they're probably confident. One thing you want to be careful of is not being overconfident. It's a different team for Watertown this year. You can think, maybe we're not going to be in for such a tough test, and that's when somebody can come up and, get back at you. So I'm sure they're not going to try to overlook them, but just play your game, establish yourself down low, and, get the ball in the right hand of the players that are going to make the plays, and Brandon Valley definitely can do that.
I was talking to one of the Brandon Valley coaches before the game, and I asked him, when you guys watch film on the Arrows, what pops off to you?
Yeah.
And he said just how hard Watertown plays. He said there's been some coaching changes over the last, 10, 12 years, but he said the style of play and how hard the team play hasn't changed.
Yeah, exactly. It's the grit that Watertown has. When you're coming in, especially from a different community, into Civic Arena here in Watertown, you're going to be having a tough game. Don't want to overlook them. They play hard. And, the one thing I would say, too, is, watching Brandon Valley was the steals. When we talk about Landon Delaney, he's really quick hands, and he got a bunch of steals. We got to make sure we just handle that ball and keep him from getting those easy layups.
I gotta tell you here, as we're sitting here waiting for tip off, one of the referees is Rosie, and
Okay.
he's from Aberdeen.
Yep.
And he's about 6'8".
I would say.
And he's just one of the nicest guys I've ever had the privilege of knowing. And he just went over and shook hands with both teams, and then not to be left out, he goes over to the scorer table and give each one of them some love too. But
Yep.
Rosie is he's just such a good dude. And then him and Tobin's one of the assistant coaches for the Arrow. Tobin's an Aberdeen guy. They played softball with and against each other, and Tobin is a phenomenal softball player.
And a phenomenal baseball player.
Yeah, Tobin played college baseball at Northern.
Yep.
And so Rosie and Tobin played softball with and against each other for years.
And let's say it, some
Rosie's
really nice hair Tobin has.
Yeah. Tobin
Wish I could do that.
Tobin definitely has the best hair in the arena.
I would agree.
We're going to turn this over to the legendary Mark Bellum for introductions and for the greatest song ever composed, and we will be back afterwards. Don't go anywhere, because the introduction, 10 out of 10. You're in for a treat tonight.
meet our Arrow cheerleaders. Taylor Buckholz, Kendra Buckholz, Adrian Schultz, Natalie Benson, Caitlin Nordquist, Cameron Nordquist. Arrow cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And now your starting lineups. First for the visiting Brandon Valley Lynx. Number 6 is a 6'3" junior forward, Mach Mayan. Number 5 is a 6'2" senior guard, Landon Delaney. Number 12, a 5'9" junior guard, Briggs Knudsen. Number 24 is a 6' senior guard, Braden Miller. And number 40, a 6'5" senior center, Grant Hennon. Assistant coaches, Tim Soliason, Jeff Ganchow, Matt Bigelow, Darian Smith. Head coach of the Lynx, Craig Nelson.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to say the best introduction in the state.
I would agree. High school basketball, absolutely.
It's not awful. Not awful.
Gives you goosebumps.
It really does.
Yep.
Shout out to Coach McClemens for allowing that to happen. And, you know, that whole thing started last year with some senior parents. And I want to say Rodden's mom was at the helm of that.
Sean? Yep.
Yeah, Sean. Yep.
Well, good job, Sean. That's pretty awesome.
I know she may have not been at the head of it, but I know she had a big part of it, and I apologize to some of the other moms that were a part of it. I don't recall off the top of my head, but it's 10 out of 10.
How about Who Made Who, AC/DC for the tip? I like it.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely a song that Ryan Remmers would
agree.
choose. Remmers loves that 80s stuff, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Lynx are going to control the tip here, and we are underway at the Watertown Civic Arena for ESD basketball. We'll see how aggressive the Lynx are. You definitely see they're patient. It looks like they're definitely going to work underneath as they do right away going to Munch.
Got to get that rebound.
Munch.
Good steal.
Jackson McClemens just looking. Oh no!
Lordy.
Munch.
Goodness.
Munch.
Hey, nice move by Jackson, but Munch comes coming.
I tell you what.
Wow.
Just wait though, because either by the end of the year or at the start of next year, McClemens will be throwing that down.
Oh yeah.
He'll be throwing it down.
People are going to love that.
Yeah, and he will. I promise he will.
Yep.
He went up for a dunk against Brookings first game of the season and came up just short. But he's not done growing.
Nope.
No, McClemens he's gonna be a great basketball player for this program. Hey, Mitch Olson gets us on the board.
That's what you want. You want to start off with the basket right away. Watertown taking good care of the ball. Nice play there. Mitch, way to go.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the Arrows getting some points underneath right away to start the game off. And, you know, just if we can work from the inside out, that'll definitely help. See if we can keep Rosie from blowing his whistle tonight. The Lynx are definitely being patient. That one goes over Wenches,
Nice
and that
play.
one goes in. Little floater there.
One thing I'm noticing from Brandon, they really snap the ball when they pass.
Yeah, they do. I mean, well-coached team, and coached by Craig Nelson, who has been around for a hot minute.
Not Craig T. Nelson.
The Craig T. Nelson, who was the former actor and head coach of what fictional football team?
The Minnesota State Eagles. Screaming Eagles.
Screaming Eagles.
Hey.
Very nice.
Full
Very
of useless
nice
information there.
Man, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good. I don't think Norbert gets that one. I don't think he does. Back to basketball here. Caden Decker with the tough pass to Wenches.
Maybe one shouldn't have.
Yeah, maybe should have came down with that one. Wenches turns it over, and the Lynx are on the move. Good defense there, slowing them down. That was a 4-on-5. Wenches doing a great job of playing defense underneath. That's what we talked about earlier. He's definitely going to have to get physical with Grant Hennon, and he did there. Hey, good job there by Mitch getting the turnover, causing the turnover to Wenches, and it's going to be out of bounds, Arrows ball.
Mach Mahan just couldn't control the ball, and turnover happened. I will say a nice bounce pass there by Delaney. He is very impressive with how he handles the ball, and that's one thing you guys are going to notice here as the game goes on. Excellent ball handler, really quick.
Yeah, the other thing with the Lynx too that we will most likely see it, they can score fast. Mitch puts one up, and he sinks one in for 2 more.
Mitch is on fire tonight. First 4 points for the Arrows.
Like that. 4-2 here, just 5.5 minutes left. Plenty of time here in the first. Mach is wide open there on the perimeter.
I was going to say, you can't really leave him alone because Mach will shoot the 3 quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that one was, one of those in and outs, circled around. Wench is fighting really hard underneath, looking for the ball.
That's what we talked about. He needs to battle it out, establish his position.
Hey, McClemens with a little midi gets on the board.
McClemens with a nice clap afterwards. He's fired up, and the Arrows need to stay that way. Need to keep that intensity up. Kind of got a half-court little press going on here.
Damn, Coach McClemens is just coaching hard right now, too, and I love it. There's all around the world there, and that one falls. There's very few coaches that I admire and respect more than McClemens.
I would agree. He's very intense. I love that as a coach.
He's fantastic as both a coach and a person. Yeah, players do. Yeah, you talk to the players on whether they like McClemens or not, and it's 100% they all love him. Decker with a little step back for a long 2.
Love it. All right, boy, we're really firing on all cylinders shooting-wise right now.
Yeah, shooting really well right now. A high percentage. That one was a contested shot, but it was a great move with the little step back there.
Now see what we do on D. Pretty good pressure by the Arrows.
Yeah, I mean, the Arrows defense right now is moving really well, communicating really well. Mitch does a good job of cutting that off, left his feet there a little bit, but we left Mach wide open underneath.
Yep, that's one thing. You can't leave him untested. He went up for the easy put back there, but yeah, nobody on him.
When it's that high a percentage shot, when even I can make it.
It's too open.
Yeah, too open. Yeah.
Got to put a hand up.
Yeah. Might have a mismatch here underneath. Mitch is going to go. He got his arm there a little bit, did he not?
I don't know about that. He had the hot hand, didn't go in that time, and
it looked like he got his arm there a little bit. Only because of the way that the ball came off his hand. Not quite a line change, but pretty close. Checking in for the Arrows is going to be Cole Hansen, Carter Bisker, and number 20 is Isaac Rehorse.
And Rehorse brings some pretty good size to the mix here. 6'5" for the sophomore.
Yeah, and Bisker brings perimeter shooting.
Yeah.
Carter's a good shooter. Great defense there by Mitch. Maybe just brought his hand down there too much.
And I would agree. I thought Mitch did really well with trying to stop Mach. And apparently just a little bit too much and got the foul called in. And Mach going the free throw line.
Yeah, interesting to see Rehorse come in this early. He didn't come in this early against Mitchell, did he?
No, I don't believe so. I think it was quite later in the game before Rehorse did come in the game. But again, got the good size in there. Get him in.
Yeah. Yep, sophomore is going to see some heavy minutes. And another sophomore that we may see some is 6'4" Jack Mack.
Okay.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of him tonight too.
1 out of 2 for Mach with the free throws.
Cole Hansen bringing up the ball for the Arrows, of course, state champion.
Yep, Like to throw that in.
I do.
Get
I
in
do.
there.
Great board there by Hansen. McClemens attacks the basket.
I tell you what, it's a nice move. Just didn't get to go in. He attacks the hole hard.
Yeah, no, and the thing with McClemens is, like I said, I mean, he's a killer. He's not afraid to shoot. He's not afraid to go underneath. We talked about it, last week or a couple weeks ago. Shooters shoot.
Yep.
And he'll shoot. Rehorse just banging away down there. Phenomenal defense.
I like that
by number 20 Rehorse.
He's not scared.
No. Very good. Oh, yeah.
Well, that could have been either way.
That was a little rough. That's all right. Defensively, that was fantastic. And McClemens is letting the referee know that he did an excellent job by not calling anything. He says, you know what, I completely agree with that. You're doing a nice job, and I appreciate all that you do.
How was your Christmas?
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
yeah.
Santa Claus, good to you.
Yeah, he says Happy New Year.
Yes.
Which, by the way, you can't say Happy New Year after the 3rd.
Oh, you can't?
No, I'm proclaiming it.
But it is the 3rd, right?
Today is the 3rd.
So Happy New Year.
Today is the last day.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I feel like it's a violation.
What's your resolution, Sam?
To get people to stop saying Happy New Year after the 3rd. You can't be into the 15th of the month and tell people Happy New Year.
Is it time to take the Christmas decorations down?
The Christmas decorations should be down.
Okay.
No resolutions, but sorry, I got distracted there by Norbert. Intentions. And my intention for the year is I'm gonna date my wife more.
I like that. I would agree.
I'm gonna take the beautiful Audrey Mooney out for date night one time a week, every week for the year.
That's a good thing. Yeah. My wife watching back at home, I agree. Let's do the same.
Yeah. All right, Caden Decker here at the top of the key, around the perimeter, swings it out. Norberg's a little quiet so far.
Give him time.
Yeah, there goes Bisker.
Yeah, it looks like it's going in.
Look at the hustle. Look at the hustle at Decker.
That's what he brings to the table. Grant.
Yeah, Decker's great. I love Decker.
Mach got the rebound, and when we say Mach, last name is Mann.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I like saying the name Mach.
Yeah, who doesn't? To be clear, last name is Mann, and not Man, to be referred, to be confused with Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. Great rebound by Mach there. Couple offensive boards there. That's not going to make McClemens too happy when he sees that.
Austin Dowd with the putback there.
In the blink of an eye, there's 60 seconds left in the first quarter. Like, this one is flying.
And really, Watertown doing real well, just down by 1 right now at this point.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls.
Nope.
Been a clean game. Rehorse turns it over there.
Clapping his hands afterwards, saying, yeah, it's my bad. I should have had that.
Rehorse tough underneath.
Yep. Look at him go.
Yeah, he's tough underneath. Shot up for Brandon, and that is miss. Bisker with the rebound.
AA basketball is very physical, and Rehorse is bringing it.
Yeah, Rehorse really is. I'm curious by the underclassmen here got quite a bit of minutes early on.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that.
In and out by Decker, but Rehorse cleans it up and puts it in for 2.
Love it. See if they can hold him and not let him score here at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, if they can go, take the first quarter here. Wide open in the corner there, comes up short, but Mach gets the offensive rebound times 2 and puts one in. Yeah, McClemens is not going to be happy with that.
The whole bench isn't happy.
Norberg's going to go up as time expires. He's going to come up short. At the end of the first quarter, the Arrows trail the Lynx 11-10. We are going to take a quick 30-second timeout brought to you by TFS Insurance. Okay, and we are back, and Jamo and Joey Dogs says, "Give it to Lincoln."
Give it to Lincoln.
Yep, they want to see Lincoln get involved more, and I believe they're referring to Lincoln McInerney, number 22.
Which, let's talk about him a little bit. He's a freshman, which you don't see too terribly often in AA basketball in South Dakota.
Yeah, and his position isn't listed. He's a 6'1" freshman.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Yeah, I don't have a position. So maybe if Jamo and Joey Dogs are still listening, they can tell us what position Lincoln plays.
Got the M&M going, getting the place ready to go for quarter number 2.
Shout out to Craig Boyens, the athletic director for Watertown School District. He was a big part of bringing the center hang here and the south scoreboard there.
It's a pretty cool arena. If you've never been here, you've only seen it on Aero TV, come check out a game. Enjoy the in-game experience here at Watertown Civic Arena with Aero basketball.
Yeah, Aero TV is great. I mean, we bring you an option if you can't make it to the arena, but if you can make it to the arena, definitely come out and check it out. It's It's a great atmosphere. Good crowd tonight, too, this Friday night.
Very good crowd on a Friday night here.
Yeah. Oh, Norberg, wide open. Just short on that one. I thought that was going to be our first green bean of the game, Jeremy. We don't have one. We're not on the board yet.
Your reference NBA 2K.
Ooh, McClemens not happy with Rosie on that one.
No.
Yeah, NBA 2K, green bean, perfect shot, goes in every time.
With that little splash thing that goes.
Yep.
Not that I play.
Yep. Going to the line for the Lynx is going to be number 2, and that's Gus Scott.
5'9", senior guard for the Lynx.
It's a solid name.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I like the name Gus.
Yeah, Gus Scott. And we do have some microphones on the basket, so I'll quit talking, but take a listen. Courtesy of Ryan.
Tell you what, I can listen to basketball going through a net all day long.
Yeah, Ryan Remner's our what do we call him? Executive producer.
Sure.
The brainchild, the brains and beauty behind Aero TV.
Yeah.
He put those up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He
really brings a different experience.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Super talented dude. Speaking of super talented dudes, let's reset the floor here for the Aeros. Olsen, Norberg, McClemens.
Starters all back.
Yep, Wenches and Decker. So starters coming back in for the Aeros here as Jackson hits the back of the iron on that one.
Nice move by McClemens, just didn't go in.
Foul on Decker. I don't think he's real happy with that one either.
Nope.
Going to the line for the Lynx is going to be number 5. That's Delaney. Going to SDSU to play a wide receiver.
That's pretty impressive right there that you're going to the Jacks to be a wide receiver. Heck of a ball player here for basketball. Pretty well built, got some pretty strong arms there, and a very nice shot. Good ball handler.
Is that shot wrong-handed?
Gotta look. Wasn't looking close enough.
Is he wrong-handed? Nope.
Nope.
One of 2. Good rebound there. Contested rebound by Mitchellson. State champion Mitchellson.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought he was going to pull one up there. Good defense by the Lynx. Arrow's being patient here on offense.
What you need to be.
Plenty of time on shot clock here.
Man, really getting in on Olsen. Not giving him much room at all. Take it.
Norberg that was Decker, draws the backer of the iron on that one. Arrows still haven't got on the board from distance. Good closeout there by McClemens, but a great shot by Briggs Knudsen.
The issue is there, we left him a little too wide open. He got there at the end, but the shot was already gone, so we got to make sure we're guarding these guys out on the three-point line.
17-10 here, Lynx, as the Arrows have yet to score in the second quarter.
It's amazing how quick things can go, Sam.
Yeah, 11-10 at the end of the first as McClemens puts up a tough shot.
McClemens just not finding the basket right now. He's putting them up, just not going in.
Mach is going to get a tee. Mach is going to get a tee. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I saw it clear as day. So one great follow-up by Mach. Yeah. Elevated, slammed it home, but you'll see at the end here, he's going to hang on the rim and pull it down a little bit. Right there.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yep.
Look, yep, quick little pull-up.
Yep, can't do that.
Quick little pull-up, so that's going to be a technical on Mach. Can't do it in high school.
Sad situation is with that cool play, gets the crowd excited, but that wasn't good.
And so you can't hang on the rim in high school, and you can't pull up. And McClemens makes the free throw. But great individual play and performance from Mach. Coach not too happy. Okay, I thought maybe Mach was at
Well, I
the
thought he
bench
went
there.
and sat down.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
All right, McClemens made both. That's the key. You got to get that free throw
Yeah,
shooting
and
going.
Mach is out. So
Oh, he is out.
yeah, pretty sure Coach wasn't super happy with that one, and
Nope.
he'll go over there and talk to Mach, and if I had to bet, Mach probably won't do that again.
Nope.
Yeah, lesson
And it's
learned.
kind of the heat of the moment, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you're worried about a guy coming underneath. Let's watch it again here on the replay as he's going up.
Yeah, I mean, he just elevates, does a good job, and it's just right there, right at the end.
Yeah.
Just a little tug.
You can do it in the association, but you can't do it in high school basketball. And the issue is you can get away with that if there's a player that's underneath and
Sure.
maybe you're worried about falling on him or hitting your head, you know, by going backwards. But that wasn't the situation there. So referee did make the right call there. Fun play though.
Yeah, you know, and fun to watch. And we talked about Mach, and we talked about his athleticism, that he can go inside, outside, and there's a perfect example of going inside.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a strong-looking player.
Yeah, he is. And
only 6'3".
And he's a junior.
Yep.
So he's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
Little run here by the Lynx. 8-2 thus far this quarter.
This is where Watertown needs to capitalize after getting the 2 free throws.
Hey, there's a good run there. Great pass by McClemens. Maybe even better pass by Norbert.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good pass and a steal.
Hey, we get a turnover here. Get a 2-on-1 opportunity. McClemens with a little Euro jump there.
Guess what? We're back in it right now. 3 points down for the Arrows.
Yeah, it was just like that. 4 points up, and
we always say basketball's a game of runs.
Yep, down by 3. Might have another one here. Nope. Thought maybe Decker could get to that one, but smartly, wisely pulls up and doesn't get the turnover.
Coach McClemens doing the hand signals. Get those hands up. Shorten up those lanes.
Big possession here, I think, defensively. If the Arrows can get a stop, they can keep that pendulum swinging in our favor.
Watch down low.
But I do like what Brandon's doing. They're just being very, very patient and waiting for that open shot. But 2 seconds left on the shot. Got to put it up. I'm not sure he got that one off, Jeremy. They're gonna say he did. It's gonna kick right back out for 3 more and miss.
I was just gonna say Watertown's got to bang the boards, and that's what Mitch did. He got it.
Yeah, Olson's having a nice night.
He really is.
Clemens is posting up here. He's gonna take him down to the. He's just coming up short. Clemens gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Norberg. Norberg comes up long that time.
Take your time now.
Yeah, set something up here.
Got all the time here. 24 seconds on the clock. Watertown can probably move a little bit, kind of segment.
Boy, McClemens is just kind of throwing it up at this point.
And that's not what you want to see. And Coach McClemens signals to the bench to get somebody up.
Oh, misses the bunny underneath, gets his own rebound and puts it back up. The offensive rebound number is not going to make Coach McClemens happy.
McClemens is not happy, and he told the guys, get down there, let's get going.
Decker's going to drive, kind of puts a shoulder into him. Did he get his? Did he bang him in the face there a little bit?
Maybe.
Like number 12.
On that one.
Yeah, Briggs Knutson. I may have fell on top of him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, may have fallen on top of him.
That hurts.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. You hit the bridge of your nose there, and your eyes start watering, and
hard to shoot now.
Yeah, and he might have a little bit of a bloody nose there.
Yep.
Yeah, hope he's okay.
So 5-point ball game right now. Brandon Valley leads with 4 minutes left in the half. Not bad right now at this point for the Watertown Arrows.
No, I mean if you're the Arrows, look at Boyens. That's our AD right there, just getting after it, cleaning up the court.
Got the spray bottle.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the blood. Can't have the blood on there.
Yep. Yep.
Both knees right now for Craig.
Yeah. And look at the execution.
Yep.
The execution is, and of course, and Rosie's like, oh, there's another spot. Waits for him to get up. Yep. Then of course, but good execution there by Boyens.
Yeah, let's give him a round of applause.
You get a live look in here of the girls. Whoa, woof.
That's a rough start.
Yeah, girls looks like they're struggling a little bit in Brandon Valley there. Plenty of opportunity to turn it around.
32-6. Yeah. At the same point we're at here in the boys game. 4 minutes left in the half.
Back to boys action here. Arrows doing a good job here, kicking it around, maybe looking for Rehorse underneath. Rehorse getting a lot of minutes, and Carter Bisker's getting a lot of minutes today, too.
Controlling the ball pretty good for the Arrows. Rotating it around.
Decker does a good job. Hey, look at Rehorse getting those boards. Carter Bisker is a great shooter. Good look there by Carter.
Yeah, you can't fault it. That's the shot they want to take.
Yep, absolutely. Great look by Carter. And then he did a good job of racing down and covering number 40. That's Grant Hennon, who quite the sizable mismatch there. Carter did a good job of holding it off until the troops got there.
On the floor.
We're going to get a foul or a timeout?
Not sure.
So we're going to get a timeout. Timeout by the Arrows.
How about Rehorse there? He really battling.
Rehorse is having a nice game. Our stats are down right now, so we don't know exactly how many boards Rehorse has, but if I had to guess, I'd say 100.
I don't know, that many.
At least.
I tell you what, though, he's really getting into, physical. He's playing very physical. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah,
to establish his position, not easy.
Yeah, Rehorse is playing nice, and he's only a sophomore, and he's listed at 6'5".
Yeah, pretty good size.
See that big?
He doesn't really look that tall.
No, he doesn't. And the stats only have him down as 2 rebounds. I was 98 off, but I feel like maybe the stats are 98 off, and in actuality, he does have 100.
Possibly.
I'd like to welcome anybody from Brandon Valley who's watching us. We are Arrow TV, so we do tend to lean a little bit towards the Arrow's direction, but we will always be kind and courteous to the home team and to the hometown fan, or to the away fans, and the away team. So if you're watching from Brandon Valley, let us know. Let us know who you're watching and where you're watching from.
I think Brandon's got a really nice team. Some really good players. They control the ball well. Got some nice height, and the dunk from Mach was pretty cool, except for the technical. It wasn't good for him, but tell you what, fun team.
Yeah, Brandon's definitely going to be one of those teams that's going to be, as Olsen cuts to the basket there and we turn it over. Brandon's going to be one of those teams that's going to be able to contend with Mitchell. That's going to give Mitchell a little bit of run for their money.
And of course, that's, last year's state championship game, Mitchell won by 1 point over Brandon in the state title matchup to win the AA. So Brandon, they know how to be there.
3 minutes left here in the first half and resetting the floor for the Arrows.
Arrows putting a lot of pressure on, picking them up.
Starters are all in for the Arrows with the exception of Rehorse, and the Arrows are playing a 2-3 zone unit.
Yes.
Jeremy, you prefer the zone to man, or what are your thoughts?
I'm the man guy, but it all depends what you're dealing with.
Yeah, Delaney drives to the basket there, takes advantage of it, and
sometimes with the zone you get too many of the shots outside, but when you got the big players in there, you got to be careful. We're undersized.
Checking in for the Arrows is going to be Wenches, and just like we talked about earlier, Jack Mack coming in.
Okay.
And
did Jack get in much in the
we did not
game?
We did not see Jack unless it was at the end of the game. I don't know. I don't believe we saw him in any meaningful minutes.
Sure.
But Jack is 6'5".
That's good size.
And he's a sophomore too. And let me tell you what, I have watched a majority of the sophomore games this year, and JV. Jack's a ball player. That's a name that Norbert's going to come up to short there. But Jack Mack is a name that Watertown faithful is going to know real soon, if not tonight.
Love the name too, Jack Mack. That's what I remember.
Yep, Jack Mack. Yep,
looks
good.
Like a ball player.
Yeah, he is. He's a very good ball player. Very talented shooter. I'll take that back. Scorer.
Yeah.
Jack can score. And speaking of scoring, what a great move underneath there by Austin Dowd.
Nice play.
That was number 20, right?
I thought it was 22.
Was it 22? Did I miss that? Did I give that? That should be McElhaney. It's going to be Arrows basketball.
Well, 25-16, 2 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, and again, it got away from us a little bit.
Yeah, and it's amazing how quickly that can go. You get on a little spurt. Like we said, we were 1 point down at half, or at the first quarter.
Clemens goes outside for 3, and he just can't get it to fall there.
That hurts.
Tough basketball there, no foul. I don't mind the no call there.
No.
Mach is going to elevate here. He's going to go left hand.
Just sweet move.
Glides into the basket for an easy 2.
Mach man looked pretty sweet there.
Yep. Mach is pretty talented.
Yep.
They're going to get Mack with a travel there. Mitch Olsen's going to be checking in.
Coming
for
in,
Matt. So Matt comes in just for a little bit.
Get your feet wet.
Yep.
Get plenty more time.
Yeah, like I said, that's a name that Watertown faithful is gonna hear for the next couple of years for sure.
Really
Yeah,
smooth.
just quick,
Really
just
smooth.
quick, really quick. Landon Delaney, I mean, you see that quickness, that first step.
Twitch, an all-stater.
Yeah, twitchy fast.
Stand with Watertown.
Jackson McClements be taking the ball out here.
Some of these shots got to start going in, don't they, Sam?
Yeah, if you're Jackson, you're a little frustrated.
And that's the key, is not to get frustrated. Got to keep shooting. Got to get good shots, though, too. That's
I think Mach may have got Mitch in the eye there.
got the old classic eye poke.
Yep, nothing intentional there.
Nope.
Mach gives him the proverbial shot to the chest. Hey, my bad. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Good sportsmanship there. Nothing dirty there. They're just playing hard.
Yep. He's coming out of the game. How many fouls does Mach have?
13, I think. Probably shouldn't be allowed to play anymore. Too many fouls. Too good. And again, another example of Jackson just not afraid.
Nope.
You know, like
he's
not afraid to shoot.
He gets up in the air, he hangs there, has the nice shot.
He does.
Just
like it's
can't get it to go in.
It's just not falling tonight.
That's frustrating when you're at home. You know, it's your basketball, court, and you expect those to go in. But the key is to not let it bother you.
Rehorse checking in for Wenches and Bisker checking in for Decker.
1 minute left. Go hard.
Yep.
Taking them up full.
63 seconds left here. The Arrows are going to switch to full court here.
This is a scary thing, though, when you do this, because somebody is open just like that.
And there you go. And two big steps.
And that's where
Austin Dowd and 2 more points.
That's what concerns me about picking them up full court. That can happen.
Well, Brandon Valley's fast.
Yes.
You know, and there's a difference between fast and quick, and they're both.
Yep.
Well, it's a very athletic team. Rehorse is going to go down underneath to Bisker. Bisker back up to Mitch. Mitch is trying to make a move here. Bisker is going underneath here. Oh, it's just one of those nights for the Arrows. It's like
went halfway down the hoop and came back out.
It goes down and then just finds its way back out.
Got D up now for the last 15 seconds. No easy bucket.
Tough shot there too by Bisker, and thought he had it. Brandon's gonna hold for the last shot here.
Nice
kick it out. What? Oh, he's gonna miss everything. Bisker's gonna maybe get one off.
Yep.
Good if it goes. It's
Don't
not
take
good.
out the microphone on the hoop.
Yeah, careful. So at the end of the first half, the Arrows are trailing the Lynx 31-16. We will take a 5-minute break or so. Brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union.
My name is Max Martin, I'm a sophomore.
And I'm Jack Mack, and I'm also a sophomore, and today we're going to be having a compliment battle.
All right, you got it first.
Your eyes look really good today.
Thanks, man. The mustache has really been growing in nice recently.
Thank you. Your teeth have been looking really good lately.
Thanks. Get them off soon, so I'll be hyped. You got a really nice family. Love going over to the house.
I love walking by and just smelling you. You always smell really good, bro.
Appreciate that. Your shoe game's lucky fire. I don't know how many pairs of shoes you got, but you gotta have quite a few.
You've been a really great leader to me in the classroom lately. I really look up to you with that.
You've been a great leader on the basketball court. Really showing me how to do drills and what's up.
Your hair's really been looking good lately.
I can tell you've been in the weight room.
Can you?
Really looking big, yeah.
Yeah, been eating healthy too. You've been really quick on the basketball court, finding everyone and everything. It's been good.
Trying to fill the point guard role.
I'm Cole Hansen, I'm a junior.
I'm Spencer Wenches, I'm a senior.
Spencer, what superpower would you like to have?
I like to be like the Flash, get everywhere, not be late.
Oh, yes.
I typically am. What's your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
I think it's gross. I don't think fruit belongs on pizza. If there's one grade you could go back to, what grade would it be?
I don't know. Probably freshman year because everything was so easy and it's just kind of laid back. How does it feel to not be able to guard me in
I can guard
practice?
I can guard you.
Not down in the post.
I can guard you.
Show you who's daddy.
I can guard you. Daddy.
My name is Mitch Olson.
Gabe Norberg.
We're gonna do a compliment battle. You have a good mustache.
You got a pretty smile.
You got good arms.
You got good hair. Come on.
You got good hair.
You got a good jump shot.
You're fast.
You can dribble good for a big man. You're fun to hang out with, actually. Yeah, you're fun to be with.
You're good with girls.
You're a good wingman.
Will you have Gilbertson or somebody that's on the outside there grab it? And we are back as we watch some first half highlights here. While we're watching those highlights, shout out to Sharon Decker, who is Caden Decker's grandma.
Watching at home tonight.
She's watching at home tonight, taking care of Grandpa Decker, who I understand recently had some surgery done. So Grandpa Decker, if you're watching and listening,
get better.
Get better. Hope you feel better soon. And Grandma Decker, appreciate you watching, and
absolutely
have a lot to be proud of grandson Caden, state champion.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah, you can still say it. You can still say it.
Yeah.
Getting caught up on chat here, Connie Lake, the great.
I love Connie Lake.
Who doesn't love Connie Lake?
Yeah, absolutely.
Connie came and visited me at the tent.
Did she?
Yeah, she was awesome. So Connie says, great job, Jeremy and Sam, watching from home and enjoying the shots of Arrow fans, seeing familiar faces in the crowds, including my grandson. Arrow TV is awesome. Go Purple. Connie Lake is awesome.
She is awesome.
Connie Lake's great.
Fun story about her back to baseball during Legion games. She had like 2 windows broken out in her vehicle, and now she parks about 17 miles away from the baseball stadium.
Yeah. Well, she's a crafty veteran. She should know better than that. Connie, what are you doing? Connie, you gotta. Connie knows better.
I think she does now.
Yeah, she for sure.
We joke about it. Probably wasn't too fun at the time.
No. Amy Bennett says, great game coverage, very positive and knowledgeable on South Dakota sports. Go Lynx. Amy, appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
You do, yeah, appreciate that. Glad you're able to tune in and watch. Yeah, we try to do our best. And then the beautiful Audrey Mooney chimes in. She says, hi guys. Hi, Audrey.
Hello. How are you?
She's awesome.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you can say that now. Say that now.
I did see before that the Arrows were shooting 25% on from field goals. So it's been a little rough here. You know, it's disappointing. You're on your home court. You expect a lot of those shots to go in, but who put the lid on the basket tonight?
Yeah, it's been a little rough. At the end of the first quarter, it was 11-10.
Yeah.
And at the end of the second quarter, it's now 31-16. Now, so we'll get back to basketball here in a second. We got about 4 minutes to tip off. I'm going to see how good the Arrow TV crew is here.
All right.
There's a gentleman that's directly across from Jeremy in a white long sleeve shirt and a white hat who looks exactly like Josh Mogg.
It's another Josh Mogg doppelganger.
It is a Josh Mogg doppelganger.
I have only seen one other in the past, and that was Pastor Justin from the Church of Guadalupe, formerly in Sioux Falls, years ago. Looks just like Josh. This guy does too.
If we could get a shot of this guy, if anybody can hear us from the Arrow TV crew, he's standing up and he's just to the left of the ESD directly behind the Lynx bench.
He's now getting ready to sit down by the ESE logo. He has the same mannerisms as Josh.
Yes.
Dresses much like Josh. You know,
Josh is exactly like Josh.
Josh doesn't wear jeans too often.
But
that's the only
yeah,
thing.
this guy is definitely a Josh Mogg doppelganger.
Yes.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Wait for the crowd.
There he is.
Oh, you can't
There
see.
is the Josh Mogg doppelganger.
Lift your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not Josh Mogg.
No.
Josh is definitely somewhere refereeing, but you can't look at this guy and tell me that's not Josh Mogg.
You know we're going to hear about this.
And he's on his phone just like Josh.
Yeah. Whenever you're talking to Josh, he's always on his phone.
Now, if this was Josh, you know that he would be talking because Josh may be the only person on the planet that talks more than you and I.
I would agree.
And maybe we could get an oblivious cam on the Josh Mogg
That would
doppelganger.
be wonderful. That would be super fun.
Yeah, he was completely oblivious to what we're going
And
on.
speaking of Josh, we love Josh. He's
We do
one of
love
the
Josh.
Great referee. Nobody knows more
10
basketball, and
10
I've
out
said
of
that
10.
forever about basketball than Josh Mogg.
Okay, one last ask of the Aero TV guys. If we can get the camera on us for a second. If we can get the camera on Jeremy and I just for 30 seconds.
Here it comes.
All right, so here we go. This is the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game.
Mhm.
So we give out one of these every game to the Player of the Game. So this could be from the Lynx, it could be from the Arrows, just whoever we think is the Dakota Land Player of the Game. So we also like to hear from the chat on that, from the fellas and the ladies that are at home watching. So we'd like to hear your opinion on who the Player of the Game is. We don't want to speculate at halftime or anything. We usually wait until about the start of the fourth quarter before we start talking about who the Player of the Game is. But so something to keep in mind, and we'll give this out to whoever that is.
What I'd like to say, I think it's very good that you're just not picking the Watertown team. It's for the game, whether it's the visitors or the home team.
Yeah.
Very good. I like that.
Yep. It's going to go to whoever we feel like is the Player of the Game, but we do like to hear from people that are watching or listening from home.
Yeah.
Who they would like to see as the Player of the Game.
It's a good way to have engagement with the fans at home. So let us know who you think as the game goes on. Flex cam going on now.
Flex cam's definitely one of my favorites. It's up there, but for me, it's the Kiss cam. I do. There's a state champion there, quarterback, Trayton Hemrick.
Yep.
Showing off his Heilman Holmes football jersey for back in the day. That's probably a flag football jersey.
Yep.
Get the Brandon kids in it, all right?
They're flexing.
Yep, show them off, gentlemen. Show them off.
Yeah. Show off what you've done in that weight room.
There you go, these guys get it.
There we go.
Little 24-inch pythons there on the one on the right. Little Jordan jersey up there.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that like Jersey night? Because I see a lot of jerseys in the crowd in the Watertown student section.
Okay, this guy's getting after it. Little.
Showing the abs.
That guy definitely works out. For sure.
For sure. Close up.
Don't smile. Let's see if he's got it. He's doing the Riz look. You're familiar with the Riz?
Kinda.
Yeah. He's definitely giving off the Riz look there.
And that stands for charisma?
There it is.
Yeah.
No, that's the Riz.
Nice job.
Yep. Trayton Hemrick dialed in. Clutch, as always.
Clutch.
Josie Mooney says, give the shirt to Kenley. The beautiful Josie, we hope you're glad. Josie's student manager of the basketball team. Yep.
Yeah.
She's home ill. And if Brian Norberg is watching this when he gets home, Brian, I promise she's actually homesick tonight.
Okay.
Had a little controversy last year.
Uh-oh.
Josie was homesick, and I was giving her some love, giving her a shout out, and then I glanced up and she's behind the scorer's table. So
surprise.
Yeah, Brian and I had a little bit of fun with that.
I bet.
Josie, you can't get the shirt. I can't give the shirt to Kenley either.
Well, it looks like, Sam, the leading scorer for Watertown is McClemens with 6 points. If I look at it right. And right behind with 4 points is Olsen.
Yeah, tough sledding so far. But, shout out to Lynx. Defensively they're tough. This is a good basketball team.
They're a very good basketball team.
This is a good basketball team. Like we talked about earlier, that this is going to be a team that's going to be able to compete with Mitchell.
Currently ranked number 5 in the Class AA poll. New one will come out Tuesday.
Mach is going to fight off Olsen and get the offensive rebound, and
we got a board. That's one thing for Watertown.
Yeah.
Get a body on somebody, get them out of the paint.
Great defense there by Norberg.
Nice move. That's a solid player right there.
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
little
that's number 5, Delaney. And, you know, if you're Decker, what else can you do?
Not much.
You know, I mean, Decker played pretty good defense there. You know, stood in there. Decker's a dog.
Absolutely. Watertown needs to take control of the ball, care of the ball, I should say, and pass it, get good shots. Don't be throwing up some weird stuff. We've had a few of those.
Just got to get something to drop, Jeremy.
Yeah. Get the easiest shot you
Hey,
can. Nice
there's
pass.
a good pass. Great defense there by Munch, just completely straight up and down, and Olsen gets it to fall. And then there, if you're Munch, like,
You didn't do anything
if
wrong.
you're Munch, like, I mean, that was great
You
defense.
played good defense.
That was
And that
great
happens.
defense.
Just because somebody scores doesn't mean you played bad defense.
No. Oh, wow, what a great move there.
Got to finish, though.
Yep, and guess who comes away with it?
Always around.
Just a wide open look here.
Can't let that happen.
That falls. I think we're going to get a foul here on the Arrows.
Yeah, that's a little frustration there.
Yeah, I think Mach got pushed in the back there as he went up.
Yep. You know, we commented a little bit during halftime. The game can get just really, not out of hand, but really get far away from you in a short amount of time.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, the Arrows were trailing 11-10, and at halftime, 31-16, and with the current score now of 33-18. Wench is fighting hard underneath. It's going to be tipped off the Arrows, going to remain Lynx ball.
I like the bounce passes that Landon Delaney does.
Yeah, just a solid athlete.
Yeah, and he's very careful. I think that's the thing that I've been impressed a lot with him tonight. Just control of the ball handling, not throwing things away.
Lynx team is well coached.
Yeah.
Lots of talent on the team, but definitely well coached, disciplined.
Yep. Know how to win.
Yeah. Yep, seasoned. With some young talent too. Great defense there by Norberg. Good help defense by Mitch. Fighting for the ball is Caden Decker. That's going to be a jump ball. Good job, Decker.
Yep. Held on. Get the ball back.
State champion, Caden Decker.
And you know one thing with Brandon, you know they're a winning town. They've a lot of greatness on the football field, basketball, and baseball. Been pretty good too. So amongst other things.
Yeah, academically too.
Yeah, nice seal.
Yeah, that's some of those quick hands that we talked about from Grant Hennon. I didn't see the foul there.
I didn't either.
I just looked up and saw that Briggs Knudsen was on his back. Good to see him back after the nose issue.
Foul was on Spencer Wenches.
State champion Spencer Wenches.
He's got 3 fouls. Maybe he doesn't.
3
He's
fouls.
coming out before the walk down. I thought it said he had 3 fouls.
3 fouls and 1 state championship.
Correct.
Great play there by Decker.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he is a dog. Mach does a good job of corralling it back and kind of getting it started over here. Great look. Ooh. Great look by 24. That's Braden Miller, and finished up by Grant Hennon.
That's the key. They get the good looks and they execute.
And McClemens is on the board with the Arrows' first green bean of the evening.
If anybody needed to hit a basket, it was Jackson McClemens.
Yeah.
Get that confidence up.
Yeah. Yep, McClemens needed that bad. Good look. Silky smooth shooter.
He really is. Long player.
Yeah. Arrow sticking with that 2-3 zone. What kind of pressure does that put on your guards, Jeremy?
Pretty good. But then you're finding they're getting some open shots, so you got to be careful on it.
You know, when you're doing that 2-3 zone, you got to have quick, fast, athletic guards, no?
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's what Brandon's doing. If you're watching them when they're passing the ball, they're not lazily passing. They're snapping the ball like they're taught to do, which you don't see a whole lot anymore.
Sure. Yeah, and you have to do that because of the quick hands.
Absolutely.
Of the Arrows.
Move.
What we got going on here?
I don't know. Got really quiet.
Yeah, well, Rosie. That's going to put it up left hand. It draws the back of the iron.
Got to get that board.
Great rebound there by number 34. That's Mason Ennis, and Rehorse is going to draw the foul.
That's tough when you're in that position.
You know, Rosie, when he plays softball, he's a middle hitter.
Is he?
Yeah, hits the pitcher. Yep, hits middle a lot.
He's 6'8", you said?
He might be 7'4". He's huge. Super nice guy, though.
Yeah.
Great, and a really good athlete. Speaking of good athletes.
Wide open three.
Speaking of good athletes, Landon Delaney.
Smooth looking shot.
Yep. Yep.
All
Good.
state last year, that's why.
Great athlete.
That's a contested three. Nice shot on the D there.
Guess comes up with the rebound. Delaney. Okay, good entry pass there. Muscles around. Miller, or excuse me, Ennis muscles around for 2 more points.
Nice pass by Delaney there.
Becker loses it. Rehorse comes up with it. Good tough basket by Rehorse.
Very contested. He was getting bumped, but it didn't stop him. He put it in.
Rehorse is tough.
I like it.
Rehorse is tough. They're going to go back underneath.
Physical game.
Yep. Tough defense there by Decker.
Decker really getting into it.
Tough matchup here for Decker with Delaney.
Watch that waist.
Boy, another 3. This time that's by the freshman. That's Lincoln McElhaney, freshman, 6'1".
Like I said, you don't see a lot of freshmen in AA basketball nowadays playing.
No.
Pretty good sign for them in the future.
Yeah, no, Brandon's a tough team.
Yeah.
And they're deep.
Here's the unfortunate thing for Watertown. It's a 20-point lead right now for Brandon Valley. So 43-23, Brandon in the lead with a little under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So now you're at that point where you don't want to let it get any more out of hand than it is. And you can still get back into the game, so there's no reason to give up, but got to really start taking care of that ball.
You know, visiting with one of the Brandon coaches, assistant coaches before the game, you know, he said that they can score in bunches.
Yeah.
You know, and they put up, you know, at it used to be the Mike Miller Classic.
Yeah, the Hoop City Classic.
Yeah, the Hoop City Classic. You know, they put up 70. You know, I mean, they can score.
And they beat a team from, was it St. George, Tennessee?
Yep.
That came in. We were in the hotel with the team from Houston, Tennessee. Those guys come a long ways to play basketball against South Dakota teams. South Dakota teams did very well against the opposing teams from Minnesota, Tennessee, also Coronado, Nevada at the Hoop City Classic. Great event there at the Corn Palace, world's only Corn Palace.
Yeah, and the Lynx were successful there. I mean, just like they have been all year. They dropped a tough game to Jefferson, I believe.
Yep.
And outside of that, Lynx have been pretty dominant all year, and we continue to see that here tonight.
Have you heard any reports from Castlewood and Hamlin tonight? Big event going on in boys hoops.
Yeah, let's take a look here, see what we can find.
Nice pass.
Olsen's going to be wide open with the wrong hand. Going to come up just short.
That's not a favorable call for the Arrow faithful. Thinking it went the other way.
Replay here brought to you by DFS Insurance. Tough angle there.
Tough angle.
Hamlin and Castlewood has not started quite yet.
I think it starts at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tip-off. That's number 1 rated Castlewood and B against number 2 Hamlin and B.
And speaking of Houston, Tennessee beat Hamlin Monday night at the Hoop City Classic in Mitchell by 3. That was a good match.
Yeah, Hamlin's tough.
Yes.
At Castlewood Hamlin, that's good South Dakota basketball right there.
A lot of good players.
Yeah, for sure. Carter Bisker in for the Arrows. Jackson McClemens, you know he's going to pop that one, and it just misses. Cole Hansen tries to get the rebound, keeps it alive enough for Wenches. Wenches is going to get to the line. Resetting the court for the Arrows is going to be Bisker, Cole Hansen, Wenches, McClemens, and Mitch Olsen.
Well, he got hacked. He's going to the line now. Try to put it in from the free throw line.
Wenches trying to get points number 1 and 2 of the evening. State champion Spencer Wenches. I mean, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is tonight. How many times have we seen it?
At least 3 to 4 times. Goes halfway down the rim and somehow spins itself out. Kind of know when that happens that you're in for a long night.
Yeah, it's just not your night. And Wenches gets the back end. And it's not just Wenches.
Nope.
Great defense there by McClemens. Boy, Brandon does a good job of breaking that press.
They really find the open guys. They got some easy baskets because of that.
They broke that press quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, they really scanned the court well, trying to find that open guy. Obviously practiced that quite a bit.
Yeah, well coached. Good matchup there between Mach and McClemens.
Yeah.
Delaney just goes up after it. McClemens gets the rebound.
Smooth.
Oh, Delaney swipes him from behind.
Sam, that's that steal that I told you about. He can just really get in there with those hands super quick.
Yeah.
Good on the steals.
Yeah, quick hands for sure. Strong hands too.
Delaney's got 10.
45-24 Lynx. Delaney gets another one. Good job of contesting from Jackson. I thought I thought he got some of it, didn't he?
That was really close.
It looked like the ball moved a little bit.
I was wondering if he was going to foul him to not let it go in, but didn't. He's already got a few, so.
Bisker can shoot from out there. Hands off to Decker. Cole Hansen back to McClemens. McClemens in the corner. He's not afraid to shoot. Put green bean there.
He was definitely contested on that. That was really good defense by Delaney.
Yeah, good old arch there on that green bean.
Something you don't always see anymore is good arch.
Yep.
Definitely.
It definitely wasn't flat. McClemens can shoot, and like I said, he's an assassin, man. He's a killer. He will shoot and keep shooting.
Good board there.
Let's see if McClemens will give us a heat check here.
Feeling it.
Let's see if he pops one there. Munch with the block. Excuse me. Decker's going to go hard to the lane. He'll get fouled by Austin Dowd.
We'll see what he does from the lane.
You know, we're coming up here at the end of the third quarter. You got Mach for player of the game.
I don't know. I tell you what. I'm looking at Brandon Valley. You're looking at scores right now. McElhaney has 11.
Quietly.
That's quietly, I was going to say. 12 for Landon Delaney. I love the play of Mach.
Mach's got 9.
But Delaney, he's very impressive. That'd probably be my selection. At this point, it's early.
Delaney?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think make an argument if Decker gets the shooter's roll and makes both free throws.
That thing went all over the place.
It
All
sure
around the
did.
world went in.
I think you can make an argument for Mach and Delaney.
Yeah. Can we cut the shirt in half and give each one side?
You know, in football, we were known for giving out multiple shirts.
Yeah.
So I think we gotta try to keep it to one.
Okay.
We only have so many. In football, one game we gave out the entire offensive line a shirt.
It's not good on the budget.
Yeah. Ryan Gaynor, if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
Nice
Great shot there by number 40, Grant Hannon, and Brandon Valley continues to attack and continues to score.
6'5" senior with a nice shot there underneath.
Yeah, great move there by Norberg, and he gets pushed.
What's Norberg got? 0 points tonight for Norberg.
Is he off the board yet?
Nope. If that's right.
Yeah. Yep, that is, yeah. Norberg hasn't got on the board quite yet. 28 seconds here, and the Arrows get the ball.
Let's get him on the board here.
Good play there, keeping it alive. Norberg gets his guy to move, kicks it back to Olsen, spins it around to Bisker. Bisker in the corner just misses.
Good ball movement, though, by Watertown.
Yep. If you're McClemens, you like everything about that, but the ball just didn't drop.
Get a shot off here for Brandon.
We'll step back.
Oh,
I thought that went in.
I thought it was going in, too, from this vantage point.
So at the end of the third, 49-29, Brandon Valley holding on to a commanding 20-point lead. We'll take a quick 10-second timeout brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. We are back here, and you can see a little highlight package here of Jackson McClemens leading Watertown in scoring with 12.
And he's gotten that up there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The 6 he had earlier.
Heating up a little bit here. heated up in the third quarter. Much better third quarter than the first half. But we talked about him. I mean, McClemens is a killer. He's an assassin. He's going to go out there and shoot. When you shoot, sometimes you miss, but you don't. That doesn't mean that you stop shooting.
I think when you look at McClemens when he shoots, his form is really good. Like I said, he's a long body. He's got really long arms. But I tell you what, nice shot, especially when he gets that three going. You get pretty excited. They're just not falling like you would like them to.
Yeah, and you see Mitch Olson making a couple baskets here. A little highlight reel from Mitch.
Mitch had a good night
so
far.
He got off with the first 2 shots of the night. Back to live action here and resetting the court for the Arrows. Norberg, Olson, Bisker, McClemens, and Decker.
That's a nice move down low by Hennon.
Yeah, and McClemens, he's playing good defense there, and just sometimes, good defense gets beat by good offense.
Got the old hand check there.
Yep, foul on Mach.
You think this is maybe one of the situations with the score 51-29, Brandon leading at this point. You think they wait a little bit and hopefully get some of the younger guys in, get them a little playing time?
Yeah, I think, maybe 3 minutes left.
Roughly, as long as it's in control.
Excuse me, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, right around that area. It might, as long as the score stays what it is. Mitch does a good job there.
Rotating around.
Yeah, McClemens just, he's still,
frustrated.
Yeah, yep. But that big old gather step, like Euro step. I mean,
I love the Euro step.
Yeah, I mean, he does that very well. Rodden did that really well, too. And McClemens is just kind of a bigger version of Rodden.
Rodden was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, Rodden was great. He's in Madison right now playing basketball
Dakota
there.
State.
Yep. Great move by the freshman there.
Jeez.
Lincoln McInerney.
Yeah.
McInerney.
Just a freshman, folks. He's doing really well.
He's making a play. For the Dakota Land Player of the Game. I still got Mach.
McInerney has 13 on the night.
It's not always about just points.
No, it's not.
I mean,
I'm going with Mach. I'm going more Delaney because.
Well, we need to hear from the chat.
Yeah, what are we getting?
What are the folks out there saying in YouTube universe?
Let's hear from some of those.
Mach gets 2 more. Mach gets 2 more. Yeah. Let's hear from people watching in the live stream here on YouTube. Who do you got? You got Delaney. You got Mach. Got
freshman.
Got the freshman. Got a line change here for Brandon Valley.
Yeah.
At the 6-minute mark. Here's a live looking of the Arrow girls. A little better. 58-23. They're on the board a little more. Last time we looked, it was 32-6.
Is that the end of the fourth quarter there?
Yep. End of the fourth quarter there.
Have a rough one for the Arrow girls here tonight.
Yep, safe travels to Coach Rohde and the Arrow girls as they make their way home. Turnover there.
Watertown getting the ball.
Turnover there by number 2. That's Gus Scott. So do we think that's going to be it for the starters?
I would imagine.
6-minute mark?
I don't know.
It's pretty early.
55-29. That just tells me you got a lot of hope in your subs.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Like any state tournament team, Wenches with a great move underneath.
Good job.
He gets the end one. Any team that's gonna compete for a state title, they got to be deep.
You would think so. It's not just your starting 5.
Right. You got to be deep, and you got to be seasoned.
Yep. And like I said, they got a big bench there.
Okay, we got some votes coming in.
Do we?
We got a vote for the freshmen.
Nice.
And then we got a vote for Mach too.
A little too hard there.
Jack Rice says give it to all the Brandon Valley players. Can't do that. Can't do that, Jack.
Budget on the shirts.
Yep. Yeah, we only got one.
Yep.
We can only give one. MVP.
I love that. That's awesome though that you guys do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's courtesy of Ryan Gainer at Dakota Land.
And I think it's pretty cool, like I said, that you do it for the visiting team or whatever team, as you think deserves that.
Yep.
That's something pretty cool coming from a different town.
Yeah, and it's, Decker almost comes away with it. Yeah, I mean, it's the player of the game, and we haven't had one from the losing team yet, but that's not to say that we won't.
Could happen.
Daryl and Cindy Hennings, they say Mach.
Okay. Any
So,
love for Delaney at this point?
Right now, it's Mach and the freshman.
Okay.
McInerney.
Both really good.
Yep. They're gonna get wenches there.
Looks like it. One thing with Delaney, he's gotten a lot of accolades in the past too.
Yeah. I feel like
I just need another.
Delaney may have won an award or two in his day. I'm guessing.
All-State wide receiver, honorable mention basketball last year, All-State. I'm sure his award mantle is pretty big.
Yeah, might be adding a national championship to that.
That's right.
Stephanie Dahl says, "Go Arrows." You guys are doing a great job, Sam and Jeremy, along with the rest of the Arrow TV crew. Keep up the great work. Yeah, we appreciate Steph.
Yes.
She's the mom of Andrew Dahl.
Oh, okay.
Center for their state championship Arrow team, and
there you go.
And just one of the sweetest, kindest ladies you'll ever meet. So she hooked us up on Halloween. She gave Tyson and I some treats.
Really?
So appreciate her.
We appreciate it.
And Riley Payton says, "Is there a coach of the game for Coach Parker Schmidt?" We're just glad that Parker hasn't been ejected from this game yet. So, that's what we're excited about.
Oh.
I love Schmitty, phenomenal athlete, but Riley, I'm sorry. If there was a shirt for Coach of the Game, maybe we would consider Schmitty because he hasn't got himself ejected yet. McClemens with the steal.
Does he make a habit of that?
No, I think he's only 2 more for McClemens. I think he's only been ejected from the 1, but it was a freshman game and it cost him from coaching in the Soda 16 game.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a fiery guy. I understand that.
Oh man. All right. So Palmer says the guy in the white shirt you were talking about at halftime, the Josh Mogg doppelganger.
Yep. Still there.
Is the son of McElhaney, number 22. Player of the game, he says.
Okay.
So the Josh Mogg doppelganger is the father of McElhaney.
Yeah.
McElhaney, the freshman.
Looks like Josh Mogg. And maybe if it takes his hat off,
the more you know. The more you know.
Yeah.
The Brandon Faithful going crazy.
Yeah, they are.
I think number 4 is checking in, and that's Luol Kier. Luol,
like Luol Deng.
Yep. So we're gonna get a line change here from both squads.
Yep. Get some playing time for these guys.
Yeah, it's good.
55-33.
Yeah, 55-33. 2 minutes and 49 seconds left here.
Well, I think you could say safely, Sam, looking at Brandon Valley, pretty good ball club. They're going to be a handful as the year goes on.
Yep. We'll definitely see them in Rapid, right? State tournaments in Rapid City
yes,
this year.
Yes, it is. Yep, of the monument there.
Yep. Definitely see Brandon out there. Wish them luck and a healthy year the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
Checking in for the Arrows. Let's get caught up on them. Number 1 is Jackson Fallick.
Yep.
That's Bert Fallick's son. Bert, outstanding member of our community. And then, great move there.
Move.
Wow, that's number...
Gus Scott.
Excuse me, yeah, it's Gus Scott. And then we got Carter Bisker in there, Cole Hansen.
Jack Mack.
We got Rehorse and Jack Mack.
Down to 2-minute mark here. See what we can do.
Yeah, and if you're McClemens here, it gives you a good opportunity to... Rehorse gets blocked.
Nice block there by Austin Dowd.
If you're McClemens here, it gives you an opportunity to look at some of the younger guys and see what they got.
It's always good to get the young ones in there and get them some playing time and see how they handle the pressure a little bit too.
Yep. Great defense there by Cole Hansen before giving it off to Jack Mack. Wide open in the corner. It's going to be long. Good rebound there.
Tough pass
Turns
there.
it over.
Stolen.
Gets it back. A little sloppy here. Bisker hacks at him.
Yep.
No free baskets here, gentlemen.
Nope.
Austin Dowd, sophomore, 6'4" center. He's going to go to the line for 2. 94 seconds left in this one.
Yep. As I'm looking at the thing here, field goal percentage for Watertown is 30%. The Lynx 49%. 3-point for Watertown, 11%, 21 for the Lynx. Free throws, 71 for the Arrows, 50% for the Lynx. If you're the Lynx, you're not happy with 50% free throw.
Well,
That's
the only
not-
stat that really matters is the W column, and
I would agree.
there's gonna be one next to Brandon Valley, and sadly not one next to the Arrows as Jack Mack controls the ball here. You know what? I've made up my mind.
Yeah.
And a great block there by the Arrows. Arrows still playing tough.
Yeah, they haven't given up.
I made up my mind here. I'm gonna go Mach. I'm going Mach.
Well, I like it. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Mach, player of the game.
He's fun to watch.
He was number 3, Mach man.
And he's only a junior, you said, correct?
Yep, 6'3" junior. Mach man.
Left-handed.
Wrong-handed.
Yeah.
Maybe he shouldn't get it.
Delaney?
He's wrong-handed.
Freshman. You shouldn't base your opinions on what hand you
I suppose. We're going to stick with Mach. I thought Mach played great defense.
Yeah, he did.
Really showed off his ability to score inside and out. Got the highlight slam dunk.
Brandon Valley's still playing hard, too.
Yeah. I love Brandon Valley's bench.
Yeah, they're
really into it. Good culture there. They're really hoping that that Lual gets a basket here.
That's what you love to see when you got the benches rooting on those guys.
Yeah.
When the starters come out and they're more excited.
Hey, there's a big old green bean. Excuse me, by Jackson Fallick.
That's nice.
The student section goes nuts for Jackson.
Like you were saying with Brandon, they're very excited to see their friends get a basket and doing well in the game.
Yeah,
that's a good team.
Yep. We'll see if they can get
Watertown looking a little dejected right now.
See if they can get Lual a basket here. Looks like they're just going to hold it. Cole Hansen still playing tough man-to-man defense. Cole, hey, good job there by Carter Bisker getting his hands in there. Stealing one. Should try to get a 3 at the buzzer. Cole gets the rebound.
Nope.
And that'll do it from the Watertown Civic Arena. Tonight's game brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance has Brandon Valley 57 over the Watertown Arrows 36. We're going to take a quick timeout here, and then we'll come back and recap. All right, Jeremy, I'm going to head down.
Okay.
And see if I can find Mach. See if I can get him. He's got to go to the locker room here first, I'm guessing, right?
I would think so. Right now he's still standing. They acting like they must know that he's the player of the game.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They must have heard.
Yeah, Brandon Valley is a solid basketball team, like we talked about. They're definitely going to compete with Mitchell.
They're a good ball club. I tell you what, I was impressed tonight. Didn't quite know what to expect. Watching them a little bit, obviously, in some of their games. Knew they beat St. George, Tennessee. Looked really good tonight. They're going to be a handful. They only got 1 loss. They're ranked number 5 currently. Watertown right now, just 1 win on the season and 3 losses. So the schedule, coming up is going to get a little difficult at times. We got Great Plains Lutheran coming up, which that's the first time ever, I think.
Yep.
That's going to be an interesting contest coming up.
Sadly, I'll miss that one. I'll be
yeah.
in Philadelphia there watching the Birds, go Birds. So I'll miss that one.
Good
But
luck to you guys there,
Camp
yeah.
Corey will be here with Jeremy.
Perfect.
I'm going to make my way down to find Mach. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay.
And then and I'll sign off, and I'll see everybody back here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. I'll talk a little bit, then I'll wrap it up. Hope that's good. But yeah, the game was a good one for Brandon Valley. Watertown kind of struggled a little bit on shooting, as we talked about. Free throw wise, a little bit better here tonight. Okay. Yeah, we're going to show some highlights here of Mach Mayan with his highlights coming up here. 6'3" junior forward, Mach. Let's see what he did there. Nice putback there. That's why one of the reasons he became player of the game here tonight. And then as we're looking at him going in with that dunk, which was outstanding, but he did end up getting the technical hanging on the rim there. Look at that layup there. Very smooth, down low, in the paint, good hands, good footwork. Getting there. The player of your game, Mach, as we've been talking about. Very good player for Brandon, just a junior. You're going to see him for another year coming up as well. So again, it was Brandon Valley getting the victory tonight. They only got one loss on the year. They've been having a great season. Currently ranked number 5 in Class AA. Watertown taking their next loss here. Just one win on the season, which was the very first game of the season. And they're going to look to try to right the ship coming up. Coming up next for Watertown, if I get my schedule out here amongst all my papers, looks like Watertown will be back in action as they will be at O'Gorman coming up a week from tonight. Sioux Falls O'Gorman just came off of a 2-point victory over T-Area, knocking off the Titans there. A nice win for O'Gorman. That's Watertown's next opponent next week Friday in Sioux Falls. And then next Saturday, as Sam said, we'll be back here with the first time ever, Great Plains Lutheran. It's a battle of Watertown. Great Plains Lutheran Panthers against Watertown a week from tomorrow night, which we'll have here on Arrow TV. So I think that's going to wrap it up. Player of the game was Maj Mahan. A nice performance by Brandon Valley. We thank everybody for watching at home, and we'll see you again coming up a week from tomorrow, Watertown and Great Plains Lutheran. For Sam Mooney, I'm Jeremy Haribolt. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Arrow TV.
Gets a steal there. He's going to go coast to coast. Over to the senior, Gabe Norberg. Got the charge there.